campers! We are at the Flying J in Matthews, Missouri. Working our way out. A couple of Stevens drivers were doing some practice backing on the end of my row, so we're not going to go through that. We just went ahead and cut through the parking lot a little bit. We're just going to make a gentle left turn onto the super busted concrete. No, over here. This truck stop must see some unreal temperature changes for the parking lot to be in the shape it's in. I'm also very surprised there's only the one exit and entrance for trucks. Like, there's no other way out. We're escaping. We'll get back on the freeway in a moment. We'll try to get back on the freeway in a moment. Again, we are kind of heavy, so slow to make the turns. With this particular load, we have about 2 more hours of driving to do on this. We deliver in 4 hours. And I've got try number 3 to get my prescriptions filled.
0.2 miles ahead, merge left on I-55 South.
This time at a Walmart near our customer in Brownsville, Tennessee. So we're gonna see if the stars finally align between doctor and Walmart pharmacies.
1 miles ahead, take left exit 17A to I-155 East.
For me to finally get this prescription refilled. This will be the third try. We attempted to get it filled at a Walmart near the shipper, and we got one of my 2 medications filled. And then we attempted to get the refills in the middle of the trip in Lexington, Nebraska. And my doctor was so busy they never got around to calling the pharmacy before I had to leave. And today is try number 3. So we'll see how this goes. I've only got enough pills for 1 more day. So gotta make sure this one works, or else I don't know. Alright, we need to scooch over then. Keep your eyes out for weird little spider things flying through the air, because apparently that's a thing that happens in this part of this country, is that little spider webs just float across the sky full of spiders. It's been happening all day, and I've hit a couple of them. It's like, this is not a thing that should happen. This is not okay. Spiders aren't supposed to fly. I don't want flying spider. I assume that must be how that spider got in here, which I still haven't found him. It's just on his webs.
Take left exit 17A to I-155 East.
Maybe I'll be lucky and I didn't get the spider. I only got the web. Of course, the webs were not clumped together. They were separate threads. I totally have a spider in here. Crap.
0.7 miles ahead, merge right on I-155 East.
Working on it. Nobody else took this exit. Just me. Nobody behind me. very little cause to go east on 155. Which is weird, because I just kind of assumed this was a super popular way to go around Memphis if you were eastbound. This is my preferred route around Memphis. I mean, you can get literally from here, you can get all the way to I-40 without having to stop at all.
Take exit 15 to US 51 south.
Hop in the right lane while we've got no traffic. So I'm legally required to be in the right lane in most states, if not all. It feels like, oh look, there's a barge pulled up to the there's a barge and a tugboat pulled up to the grain silo on the opposite shore. I was looking at that last time I went over this bridge in the daylight. That's neat, there's actually a barge there this time. Gosh, I wonder where that's all going to wind up going. Like, do they just use the Mississippi River to move that to whatever facility processes the grains here in the U.S.? Or do those just immediately go out to export? Like, because that, you can just get to the Atlantic Ocean from here on that river. That's a thing you can do, and it's awesome. That might just be ready for export material right there. It's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. That was cool. That was cool. Not a lot of places left in this country where rivers are huge engines of commerce, but this is one of them. This is one of them. Well, welcome to Tennessee. Wheels on solid ground once again. Getting a bit on the dark side now. Sun's definitely going down. We're almost to our Walmart stopover. Just looking for exit for 79. That's it. 70 alt. Exit half mile. Alright, so this next exit's ours then. That's Cypress Church. We don't want that. We want the exit ramp.
0.3 miles ahead, take ramp and then merge left on US 70 alternate south.
There it is. Oh good, it's a full-blown, like, freeway interchange sort of thing. Not like a dinky little local turn. Definitely a dinky little local turn. But nobody's coming, so we don't have to stop.
12.7 miles ahead, stay on US 70 alternate south as it turns left.
A little disappointing, I'll admit. I thought this was going to be a divided highway. Alright, so speed is dropping to 45 ahead. We'll just stay at 45 because that's where we've accelerated to at this point. Alright, so we're like 12, 13 miles from the outskirts of Brownsville. And there's a loop highway that goes around Brownsville through a kind of commercial side district. It's not like a proper freeway bypass, but just a highway industrial bypass of the town. There's the 30. And conveniently, the Walmart is built on that. The Walmart is built on that particular bypass. What on earth is going on here? Why are we going so slow? Why did the speed limit drop like this? Oh, railroad crossing. Right. turned off the road before I got to it, because I didn't know how that was supposed to work. Not exactly room to pass a harvester on this road. But luckily he arrived at his field before we had to worry about that, so certainly made things interesting. Alright, 1.1 miles. actually like designed for us to be able to get into. Just kind of have to wait for cars to get out of your way. So yeah, sorry for the like not talking there for a couple minutes. I'm just like so focused on everything outside, it's like there's just so much stuff you could hit around here. Like there was that pole that we had to turn left around, and we had to navigate through the cars over to the area that was clear. And someone came up on our blind side while we were backing in, while we were parallel parking. And of course, there's a pole to my right now that we had to keep an eye on. But we are entirely within the parking spaces. I'm going to run inside, get my prescriptions, and then we're going to get out of here. Go try and deliver. We are parked safely even. So I was dumb how I got into this spot. You might be noticing we're kind of at the end of the parking lot. And I went to set up for this spot like normal. And of course immediately ran out of room. And realized I was set up awfully well to just nose into that spot across from us and went over to the left. So I did that. I nosed all the way into that spot and then offset back into this one, which was stupid. It worked, but it was stupid because once I was in that spot I had zero visibility for what was going on behind me, and had to do some funky shimmying to get the trailer axles where I wanted them so that the trailer would kick over here before my tractor got out of the spot. So that was fun. That was fun. That was dumb is what that was. I shouldn't have made that maneuver at all. I should have just turned around and gone and parked at one of the spots across the way. But for some reason I had my heart set on this. We did it. That's the important thing. We pulled off the maneuver without hitting anything. Which is of course the critical for whether or not a maneuver was successful is, did you hit anything? If yes, unsuccessful. If no, successful. So we're on the successful side of that. It was way too late at night for me to be trying something that complicated, though. But we're parked. We got the cargo. It was a drop hook, so we dropped, we hooked, and we're up at. This is the Loves in Dyersburg, Tennessee, which is right where, right at the end of 155, the freeway that we took from Missouri over here into Tennessee. 155 just kind of ends here. It's going to eventually be a link between Interstate 69 and Interstate 55, but for now it's just kind of a stub into Tennessee. Though the US 51 and US 412 both continue on from here as freeways. So it's a pretty useful little spur. We take this somewhat regularly. It's probably the 4th or 5th time I've been down this way. First time I've stopped at the Loves. I was kind of looking forward to getting some Hardee's for dinner, even though it's like 2 a.m. But unfortunately, all this location has is Chester's and Godfather's Pizza, and they're both closed. So, yeah, you'll just turn around. Turn around. No reason to look out the window. I'm sitting right here. But yeah, we got our cargo. We're parked. We got 1,620 something miles to do. And we've got about 4 days, 3.5 days to do it. I'm going to try and do it in 3 days, if I can. We'll see. I haven't made the plans yet. I think, because we've got a couple options right here at the start. Once we get past Little Rock, all the routes come together, and we're just on I-40 for the rest of the trip. But before we get to Little Rock, we've got some options. So, since we came up here to Dyersburg to scale out, since that was the only cat scale in the area that was not on the wrong side of a way station, without going all the way to South Memphis anyway. So we came up here to scale. From here, we can just backtrack, take US 51 down into Memphis, hop on Interstate 40 there, and just take Interstate 40 the whole rest of the way. Or, hear me out, we can take Interstate 155 across the Mississippi River and meet up with 55. Take 55 down to Interstate 40. That's about 15 miles longer. Or, and this is what I'm leaning towards, just because it's some new roads we haven't seen, as well as some old roads that we have seen and know are good. We can go the not entirely freeway route and take Interstate 155 west. Interstate 155 west, US 412 further west. US 412, we'll use a couple of local truck routes, state truck routes in Arkansas to meet up with US Highway 67, which is a freeway in that area. US 67 will take us down towards Little Rock, but instead of going all the way to Little Rock, we'll jump on US Highway 62 and cut across from 67. So 67 down toward Little Rock, and we'll take 62 across north of Little Rock, just kind of a bypass to avoid Little Rock entirely, and meet up with 40 where it heads off into the mountains towards Oklahoma, and just 40 all the way from there. So that's what I'm leaning towards, just because it's like 90% roads we've done before and nowhere good, and it's also the shortest, and I like shortest. And I'm pretty sure we're going to save more time by cutting out miles on that particular set of trips than we will lose to slowdowns off of the freeways. So pretty sure we're going to be alright there. Pretty sure. 412 goes barreling through a city at one point, and that's where we could lose most of our time. That's in Arkansas, but we're going to take some truck routes around that town instead, and hopefully not lose the time. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. we'll deal with that tomorrow. And before we leave tomorrow, we're going to ask Prime what they think, and we're going to favor that kind of heavily. Though we're pretty good on fuel, so we're probably not going to have to stop anywhere before Little Rock for a fill up. I doubt it, anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Eliodare, AzarAngel17 on Twitch, Xbox Live, and Steam, at Eliodare on Twitter without the apostrophe. Twitter does not like apostrophes, except in everything except your username. No apostrophes. It's like Apple and the letter I. You just can't have it. That seemed clever when I thought of it. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.